Okay, I am about 7 weeks postpartum. Quick recap, I am trying to run a half marathon at the end of September. But I want to do one other thing. I'll talk about that in a moment. But a couple things about my journey so far. Overall, how I'm feeling. I'm feeling pretty good. Mostly feel really recovered. The only thing I think that's been probably a little bit more, some days I feel pretty good, some days I don't feel as good, is Arthur loves, I don't know if you can hear him, he's snoring in the background, but I put him up, I have my knees up and he lays on my knees, and that's how he hangs out for like half of the day. And a lot of my like lower core, my pelvic floor, that stuff I feel like gets engaged, and if I do that a ton throughout the day, I get pretty sore. So that's been the only thing that I think I've just been, excuse me, that I've been doing like a workout without really working out. So the program that I'm following, Moves by Madeline, it is her postpartum program. It's about 10 weeks long. I'm starting week 5 today, and I actually get to do some strength training and get my heart rate up, and I could not be more excited. The program is a ton of breath work and a lot of deep core work, pelvic floor work, and it has honestly been so good to do. I started about 3 weeks postpartum. It's about like every other day, and it's anywhere from like 10 to like 25 minutes so far. And it really hasn't been like strenuous or hard or anything. There was 1 week where I think one of my like muscles down here, I think got a little overstretched, overdone. So I had to like kind of go back and take probably like a week off. And it kind of moved a little bit faster now that I'm feeling pretty good, because the first 3 weeks are stuff that you can do before you get cleared to work out for those 6 weeks. So starting week 5. How am I doing? One challenge, Arthur slept really good the first couple weeks, but now he's been having like shorter naps where he would nap for like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. But now he typically naps for about like 45 minutes, 30 minutes. And so sometimes I'm in the middle of workout and I have to finish quick and then go get him because he's hungry. So that has been the only weird thing. And I could wait till Sean gets home, but then my husband also wants to work out. And so it's kind of been navigating like, when does he work out? When do I work out? Who takes Arthur? But it is something that I think is very important for both of us, is that we do continue to work out. We do have these goals outside of just being completely engulfed in our son, even though that's pretty easy to do because he's adorable. What else has been going on? My secondary thing that I would like to do. So I would like to do a half marathon because I think it'd just be kind of a cool accomplishment to do September. And my goal is to kind of start running around 10 weeks. But I could start earlier, could start later, kind of depending on how I feel. I don't feel like I'm ready yet. I would really also like to attempt a mile. I want to know how fast I can run a mile. I am about 5 years out of running collegiately. And I haven't touched a mile then. My PR was like 5:05, 5:04, something like that. So I'm super curious to see, like, training up to that, how fast I can get that, but that's probably not gonna be my main goal. So yeah, definitely I think I want to do a mile, see how fast I can run that on the track leading up to that. So hopefully do that this summer, but again, depending on how I feel. But one weird thing that has been kind of a little bit different with being pregnant and being a runner and then postpartum is a lot of people have an opinion on how much you should run, if you should run, how fast you should get back to exercise. People are like, oh yeah, I took a couple of months off. People are like, oh, I started running right at 6 weeks. So that has been weird. Even it's been weird following people on social media and seeing them start running earlier than I have been. I'm like, oh, maybe I should, but I just don't feel ready. I stopped running about halfway through my pregnancy just because it started to get kind of weird. But a bigger piece was I just honestly wanted to do strength training more. And I personally felt that strength training was mentally and physically prepare me better for birth. and going through that process, because it was a very scary process until about 2 years ago. But it went super well, and I'm so glad I did that. It mentally prepared me so well to give birth. And so that's personally what worked for me. And yeah, I know a friend who's probably going to run all the way through her pregnancy. I don't know, it's different for everyone. And I just feel like that has probably been the one mind game that I've been struggling with, is running. But strength-wise and strength training, that has been like, I've been loving doing that. And I think, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm so excited to get back to it. So it'll be interesting seeing how Sean and I do this. How we exercise together with a child now. But I'm not giving up on my goals. I don't want Sean to give up on his just because we have a child. And I think you can do it all. I think sometimes you have to give more in certain ways, and Arthur will always come first. But I'm excited. So quick recap. Feeling great. About 7 weeks postpartum. I'm excited to get into running. Strength training's going well, and I feel like I'm finally gonna start feeling pretty good in my workouts, so I'm excited to get to doing that. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.